How's it going, guys, and welcome back to modded RimWorld in Alpha 16. So, between this and the last episode, I've laid out a basic plan for the first phase of the colony, and this is what it is. I've got some forbidden walls here, and they're laid out in wood, but they're just a template, and so I've got them forbidden, and I'll be replacing them with orders for stone once later on, once we've got stone. It's just to have a plan of where the walls are going to be. And our basic first kind of HAB block is laid out here. Got a small stockpile, some bedrooms, you know, a little kitchen area, some workshops. I'm going to be replacing it, of course, with something a little bit more advanced later on. But that is the beginning, at least. I think I'm going to use this area up here for power generation. And eventually I'm going to expand, I think, down into this zone. And maybe further, depends on how well the fortifications in all the mods hold up. We will have to see. But yeah, so things are going quite well. Mr. Shark here just joined. He has almost no usable skills whatsoever. So he's going to be fun to try to find use of. Oh yeah, for anyone commenting on the previous video, asking about names, absolutely do, but I am recording these in kind of a cluster. Like, I've started recording this one maybe 10 minutes after I finished the last one, so they will come in once I've actually you know, once enough time has gone past and the other video's actually gone up. Because if you ask for a name and it doesn't turn up in the next video, it's most likely because that video was recorded before the first one was uploaded. So, yeah, be patient, and absolutely do leave comments if you want your name in the game. Okay, so, yeah, it's time to let these guys do their thing. Hopefully, we don't get too many people attacking us before anything real gets done here. I did have to sacrifice some time by moving here because the other place was pretty unfortifiable. Also, I'm trying to avoid digging into stone more than necessary because of the problem of insect colonies or insect infestations. They are, in my opinion, the most dangerous thing in this game. They're not too bad if they appear away from your base and you can send 4 or 5 guys with long-range weapons to them. And I have a feeling they won't be as bad now with the modded weapons. But if we let them take over too much, they could be a real problem. And there's the issue that if you've got your base built underground, they can actually spawn right inside one of your rooms, which is kind of annoying. Okay, so let's get some of the wood up here chopped too, because right now people are going to be coming down here to get stuff. Let's get some people hauling things as well. Because we're going to be needing it. Now, right away, I think we've actually got the ability to build solar panels. So I think we should really get on doing that. I want a big old rank of solar panels along here. I'm going to allow for making that wall thicker. So I'm going to be placing them along here like this. But I think if I put down 4 or 5 solar panels just to start with, that will get power generation happening, at least. Because I don't want to be staying in the old era of the game for too long. I would like to progress. Oh yeah, in security we've got a few things. We've got gun complexes, which are basically manned gun emplacements. And we have shallow moats, which we can define as well, which slow people down. I'm actually using this area, which I imagine will be about as effective as a moat. But in other areas where we have to do defenses, like here, I can put down moats if I so choose. Oh yeah, to encourage... one thing I've found is most enemies won't actually try to break down your walls if they've got good pathing around them. So I'm going to be having some mining here in place like that to encourage people who spawn up here to attack me to go around rather than trying to knock their way down through this. Because if they try to knock their way through, could be a problem. But in the last update at least, I found that if they had a good path, they would actually come around and meet your defenses. So yeah, this is actually going to have the Embrasures and gun turrets sitting in here so that they can get like good angles, so that people have to kind of come through here and they will get shot by the guns. At least that is hopefully the idea. Oh, and we have the first raid of the game. We have one guy, Ayaka, a minstrel. He has almost no combat skills, and he has a wooden club. I don't think he's got much of a chance. Let's meet him. You know what I want to do? I'm going to put my guys, at least these guys, I don't actually think I'm going to need the other guy, over here. And we're going to see how well he can traverse the swamp. I don't know where he's going. He's kind of hanging around down here a bit. While he's doing that, I'm going to have a look at the work for the new guy. Yeah, look at this. There's really not much he can do. I'm going to be sending him into so many dangerous situations just because I kind of don't want him around. He is not very fun. If any of you want to be named after a particularly useless guy, then ask to be named for Shark here, because this guy is useless. Oh, he's beginning his assault. He's going to try to path around, it looks like. So let's get him melee attacking. Already taken out. Okay. Awesome. Do you have any other qualities that could be good? You're incapable of hauling. I don't like people who are incapable of hauling generally. Oh, and you're incapable of skilled labor. You could be a cleaning drone. Like I send around keeping things clean, maybe. Or I could... You know, I am going to capture you. Oh, did these people automatically... Oh, no, they didn't. I am going to capture you, but only because I kind of want to see if I can do some horrible things to you with some of the new mods, because I think if I keep him for long enough... Actually, no, it's going to take a while since I'm into that, so I might actually just let him die. I'm going to strip him, though. I said strip, not capture. Yeah. You don't get to keep your clothes. Cargo pods. Awesome, yeah. Later on, once I've got some medical stuff, I can actually try to harvest organs from them. Unfertilized chicken eggs. Fantastic. You get hauling them, sir. Okay. Oh, yes. One thing we should do is add the ever-present butcher creatures thing here and have that go forever. Whoops. Oh, that's delete. Whoops. I was a fool and deleted it. Okay, yeah. So that's going on. Yeah, he has died. So what we should do is pick a place to put a load of graves. I'm going to say somewhere way out of the way. Like, perhaps over here somewhere. No one is going to need to build over here. And I had no problems having my graves outside of the fortress in the past. So I'm going to do that. So yeah, hopefully I can get some research going on time. That I can get the new turrets set up, because I think they are going to be a key to surviving. I'm not sure if the Fallout mod is going to be making things any more dangerous, because it looks like the Vault Dwellers, if we go in here, are actually friendly to start with. So that's fun. I'm hoping that things aren't too much tougher, because for this world, what I'd like to do, I've heard there's a new victory condition where you can, rather than build a ship, you can kind of migrate to try to cross the world to reach it. And I think I might, if it seems fun at the time, make that my way to win eventually. There are some other mods I had thought of putting in, which were kind of more hardcore themed mods. But I did not actually add them because I thought they might end up making me suck at the game again, and the whole point of me playing the game offline was to get better at it, so there's no need to come back and then instantly make it harder and and die instantly. So what I'll do is we'll see if we can survive this before we start adding more mods. But yeah, the modding community for this game is so good. And yeah, congratulations to all you guys out there. Some really awesome mods for this game. Let's actually hunt these rodents. And maybe also see if we can harvest some of the local bushes. Oh, we can name this place. Okay. Let's call it Muddy Hole, because that's basically what it is. So yeah, we are in the proud settlement of Muddy Hole. Now, is anyone going to be doing... Oh, this is new. I can just see the name owner of the bed. That's cool. That's really handy, actually. One thing I want someone to do, though, is prioritize working on the solar generators. Because as soon as we do that, we can start getting some more advanced things going on. Like actual lights and things like this. And maybe eventually we can start turning this into workshop space and building bigger houses elsewhere. But yeah, so I'm going to go away and get some things done. Maybe try to get these solar panels built, and I'll be right back to you. Okay, so multiple things have happened. I've got some solar panels being built, just have to build up the steel to get them, and I've designated a load of batteries to be made, because I decided I would use this kind of world generation hut just as a handy power unit. And a bulk trader arrived, and it looks like they have one of the Fallout things, a Brahmin bull, which is basically a post-apocalyptic cow. Also, we had a new guy join called Lumpy, who's a joy wirer. He's got quite good shooting skills, quite good melee skills, and some mediocre skills elsewhere. And he's incapable of a lot of things, but he has extra kind of boosts to shooting because he's a careful shooter, so that's quite good. So yeah, we're doing pretty well for such a young colony. So I'm going to send over Shark to trade with these guys. And hopefully some more mining gets done so we have more steel. In fact, I'm going to tell Toph to prioritize it. And perhaps... oh yeah, okay, so here we have the trading. So there'll probably be some quite new things. Like we could buy a Brahmin bull. But having one of them on its own would not be worth the price. I find often actually buying animals is not worth it. We could sell them a load of berries for quite a bit of cash, actually. It might be worth doing. And we can buy a few components of them. It's expensive, but I'd almost support doing it. I'm going to sell the leather, because I find myself never using it. Let's see. What could be useful off them? They're charging loads for the herbal medicine. I could buy some steel. For example, I could use the steel, basically exchange the berries for steel, which is an idea, because I've got quite a lot of food right now. Let's see. Yeah, these guys are actually giving quite reasonable prices for a number of things. I could sell a load of wood to them. Which... Actually, yeah, I'll do that, because that's cheap. I've got loads of it. I don't need much of it. Okay, so yeah, I can do that and sell the berries. Which means that, all in all, I'm paying only a tiny amount for that steel, which is good. And is there anything else I need? I will buy their components. And yes, I think that concludes our business. So, a load of wood, hopefully from down here. It looks like not from down there, unfortunately. Will have vanished. And, yep, 3 power plants, solar panels, now online. So we'll be able to replace these things. I'm actually probably going to end up deconstructing most of this anyway, just to replace it with something a little bit more fancy. So yeah, it's good to get some... It's actually really... I've been really lucky with this. I managed to get almost 50 components out of the last area before we left. And what I think people should really do... Are you still hauling steel? Okay, you're actually doing things. This is good. So you're actually making the batteries. I do think, however, that you should get some more mining done. We need loads and loads of steel to make all these batteries. And okay, cool. So we're getting charge. We are getting charge. And Muse, what are you doing? You're cutting... Why are you cutting stone blocks? Okay, so I should get rid of crafting on you as well then. In fact, I'll go ahead and get rid of everything except hauling and research. Actually, hauling too, because I want you to basically research all the time. I need loads of research, because I need to get those gun turrets researched as soon as possible, really. Okay, so I've got a load of slate blocks now. So it is time to get rid of this. Oh, I'll just zoom in so it doesn't get rid of any of the other stuff. And replace it with some slate. Okay. So let's go right the way across here. So that will be my first wall. Because I kind of feel like I really want to have some security up there. Because people could just wander down and blow up my power, all my power production. And what I'm also going to do is, just for security, gonna lay down some basic stuff here. Just for people to sit in. Do have a little bit of a different design there, because I feel like being different to the standard. So I can sit on either side of that, depending on where people are coming from. So that should be useful. Right, so yeah, things are coming along nice and quickly. What are you doing? You're walking around until sunrise, and then an eclipse happened. Oh, you poor thing. That's an unfortunate coincidence. Oh yeah, I also put some farms down here, because there's a nice big lump of rich soil, which is giving us lots of things to grow. Okay, so... You'll never do mining. Want you mining, and I want you mining as well. Everyone who's willing to mine, and you research for me. Awesome. Because after I research this, I can get turrets. So I'm hoping that before I get any significant raids of more than, say, 3 people, I've actually got this built and have things enclosed. So people have to come at me this way, and we'll see how this design works. I am considering... if this doesn't work, actually having an interior room here where you get shot at from all angles by loads of more turrets. So I can have like multiple tiers if we need to. Yep, so that's coming along nice and quickly. Those chicken eggs look really weird. They look more like some kind of weird slimy insect egg to me. I don't know. They don't look like... they really don't look like chicken eggs. But yeah, we've got loads of food anyway. We won't be in need of it for quite some time. The only thing I'm afraid of needing more of is components. So I'm going to set down some random little mining orders for component veins around the map. At this early point in the game, it's actually quite safe to kind of wander around. So I'm going to focus on these ones that are far away. Because it's, yeah, sometimes later on it can get a bit hectic and difficult to make it safely out here. So let's get all those done. Lots of veins as well, so I'm glad about that. Because we're in a large hills area rather than... Oh, was that silver? Oh, no, it's steel. I was hoping it would be silver. Because we're in a large hills rather than a mountainous area, we don't have any like areas where the one side is all mountain. Which means there's less digging that has to be done for getting resources, so we don't have to expose ourselves quite as much to insect hives, which will be nice. So yeah, more things getting done down here. You guys hard at work? You are. We've got almost all our batteries done now. So these can all start filling up. Everyone's asleep now, I think. Ooh, the eclipse is ending, so we might actually get some daylight. Yeah, unfortunately, another thing is all of the steam geysers are in kind of the southwestern area, so I'm going to end up taking over this area. eventually. But I might end up having to not rely too much on having access to steam geysers in this playthrough. So yeah, that's an unfortunate side effect of this particular spot, but it should be okay. So this area is going to be mostly devoted to security and power generation. So what I might do is have residential be down here. Have this be where people actually live. So maybe what I should do is start building some houses. Now I want to go with a different style to before. A completely different style. Something a little bit more compact maybe. Something that doesn't take up quite so much space. I'm going to go with a more square style, I think. In fact, I'm gonna, let's see. If I just do something like this. So this is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks wide. And just like this. And then it has that on the front. So it's a more simple style than the houses I made before, but I think it will be a bit more space efficient, and that will be good to have. Okay, so if I have them over here like this, that'll be good. I can probably put a few in here too. So let's make a copy of him here. So that is 5 wide, so we need 6 wide. And we currently have 5 people. 2 of them are sleeping in 1 bed, so we need 4 actual houses. So actually what we could do is we could have a little, this could be like a little estate here, couldn't it? We could have a little path. So let's actually do it that way. Let's go like this. That could be interesting. How many blocks tall is this? It's only 4 blocks tall, so we've got that perfectly there. Nice. Okay. Let's just go like this then. So this is a very, very simple design. We'll have wooden doors here. So yeah, let's do it like that. The one thing is, in Dwarf Fortress, a corner was actually something you could move through. In this, you can't move through it. It counts as fully enclosing a space, but you can attack people through it or heal people through it. So you'll get people coming over here and punching someone through the wall. So it's kind of, I guess it's like there's a gap, but you can't get through it. So that's interesting. Right, so I guess we're also going to need floors on this as well, aren't we? I think it would be better to use slate tile because we have lots of slate and people are much happier with slate than with wood, so I want these to make people happy. And people will all get double beds. So yeah, I'm not sure what I'll do with this space up here. I'll put something up there. But yeah, and maybe I'll have, oh yes, nice, more houses down here, and that'll be like kind of a hab block area maybe. So yeah, that's that done to start with. This wall's nearing completion. We've had the research completed. Okay, awesome. So we should have gun turrets. Let's get research on that pronto. Lumpy, I think you should be prioritizing getting us more of that as well. And to get more slate, perhaps one thing we could do is just designate a load of this slate up here to be mined out. Because that's not doing anyone any real good. Let's also investigate this, see if there's anything in that, and if not, just take it all down. So we could just deconstruct it all. And yeah, so things are going well. What I'm going to do now is... Oh, wait a minute. Marriage is on. Okay, awesome. So that's going to make them really happy. Let's see what mood is that giving them. Oh, yeah. So that gives them good mood boosts. Beauty in that tiny little room is actually better than I thought it would be, considering. Okay, so things are going really well for such a early start. I can feel that the experience is making a difference. Okay, guys. So I think I'm going to call the episode at this point. As always, if you want to be in the colony, just drop me a comment and I will put your name after one of these unfortunate fellows. And yeah, leave a comment, tell me what you thought of the video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. See you later, guys.